doing, slick people?
Hello.
I'm Bo.
I'm JP.
And this is So Like You Know, the podcast your mother warned you about. And this camera's facing straight down. There we go. Let's fix that bitch.
Let's fix that bitch.
There we go. Oh, that's not the beer. Fix that bitch. Change, bitches. Okay, I'm done. That was stupid. But, thank you for turning off. I appreciate that. But yes, so we are glad that all you guys will be joining us very shortly. Everyone. We're going to have hundreds of people talking to us this time. But there's Tara, one of our favorites.
Hello.
Hi. So, but this is the show for August 2nd, 2018. We're getting closer and closer to Halloween. Sorry, that just makes me happy. Summer's almost over, finally. Thank bejeebus.
It's too hot.
It is.
Too many fires.
Summer sucks. I'm just glad it's been raining as much as it has. It's been fantastical.
Boo.
You just boo because you don't like driving with people. I don't blame you. Driving with people sucks. Oh, that was nice. But don't forget, you can check us out every Thursday, 9:30 Mountain Standard Time on Spreaker and Facebook, live at SLYK Radio. You have no audio. Audio. Oh, it just cut out. That's really odd. Odd. Okay, hold on. Let me re-add. Audio input. Yeti. Okay. This. Yeti microphone. Go. Okay. Audio now? Yeah, okay, I think it works now. We fixed it.
Yeah, no audio.
Sorry. You missed nothing important, fortunately, just me telling you that you can see us every Thursday on Facebook and Spreaker at SLYK Radio. You can also check us out on iTunes, Stitcher, Facebook, everywhere. It's all over the place. Just come enjoy us. That's what we can do. Yes, it lost the audio feed for some reason. It was odd, but we're good now. We're good now.
OBS.
So, some reason my tower does not like this Yeti microphone specific. I think it might be the cable, honestly.
Maybe.
It's probably too long of a cable. I need to get a power junction in the middle because that would be the smart thing to do. But anyways, so moving forward, as you guys know, we like to start out our show to the intro to the craft brew
in review.
Yes. Also, thanks you, Sean, for letting us know there was no audio. It's always appreciated.
Yes. Thank you.
So, what are we drinking, JP?
Tonight we are drinking Sticky Paw. It is
Stinky Paw?
Sticky Paw. It is a wheat ale from Fieldhouse Brewing, one of Bo's favorite brew houses here in Colorado.
Yes.
It is a 7.5 ABV with 19 IBUs. Sticky Paws is our most popular brew, a cloudy, unfiltered wheat beer with a mild hop profile. It starts off light and crisp, then ends with a sweet honey citrus undertone.
Can I just say they heavily messed up by not saying popular?
Go away.
No! I'm going to be a dad someday, and my jokes are only going to get worse. Just accept this. The sound is just, it's nice. It's like, I don't know, it's like the turbo.
It's a regular can that opens up this time around.
Yeah, man. Hey, Jolene. And yes, we always have the fanciest beer. Justin, if you weren't pooping at 9:30, what else would you do with your life?
I'm pooping.
So, Daniel. But yes, all kinds of stuff.
We like to keep you regular.
I wonder if we have other listeners that poop exactly at 9:30. I mean, it can work out like that. I mean, it's just...
It's because our voices reproduce like a brown noise for Justin. He's like, I gotta go.
That face was a little less brown noise, a little more Finnish face.
Vinegar strokes.
Finnish face, not vinegar strokes. Wait, what? Ew, gross. So, anyways,
throw away the empty can.
No. What are you talking about? I don't throw cans away.
Perfectly in frame.
So, anyways, Yeah, so as you guys know, we always lead into the Slick Feed.
Where we geek on your week.
Yeah.
Weird.
So, what? Just kind of. The brown note! Do they really use that in the military?
There's a machine that can do that. Can force diarrhea. Like
That's
if
what I thought.
They concentrate, like, sound.
I mean, you really think, like, if someone's constipated, they'd want to buy the brown note machine. Or, like you turn on the ceiling fan and it starts a brown note machine, too, so it's just like, liquefaction!
You know people would use that for evil.
Yes, I would. Be like, oh, I really need to get out of this meeting. Just start, brown noting everyone around you. That is just really awkward. We need to get you our new cans. Enjoy the sticky. Oh, yes. Wait, is this an old can style? Well, we picked it up from Total Wine and Liquors down, so it might have been a bit of the last one. But yes, we shall enjoy. Fieldhouse is one of the best, undoubtedly. I'm pretty picky about the breweries in the Springs. They have a lot of good ones, but Fieldhouse seems like all of them are tasty. Mm-hmm. And this doesn't seem like any exception. But we'll tell you more at the end when our craft brew interest. So, Slick Feed, Geek Week. So, some intense stuff that I wish had happened to me at some point in my life, maybe. Tutors are now being hired so that kids can be better at Fortnite.
Yep.
Which is ridiculous. This isn't...
Well, there's that crazy, like, millions of dollars, hundreds of millions of dollars games. So, like, if their parents are too old and their reflexes are crap, so if they get their kids to play for them and wins that prize pool, they're just like...
That's fair.
It's well worth it.
Not to mention, too, if you get a kid good at video games and then you get them a solid Twitch feed, that's money right there. I was reading up, and there was one guy who he got a tutor for his children, and the child now generally goes will win 10 to 20 games in a row. It's like, that's insane. Now, in all fairness, I haven't played Fortnite, so I don't know how easy and or hard it is. I just downloaded it.
You have to stop your instinct to shoot when on sight. The thing is to build. Like, if you can sneak up on someone, sneak up on someone. But if you're going to get into a fight, build first.
That's
then
fair.
Shoot later.
I mean, some of the stuff you see people build is intense. It's, like, very violent version of Minecraft.
Oh, yeah. Their DPIs are probably set super high, so they can just, like, hit 3 and just spin their mouse. It's
yeah.
All around me.
Dude, I can't handle that stuff. It makes me, like, cringe. So... Jen? Where's there a Jen? I don't see a Jen in here. Are you just yelling Jen? I don't know what's going on.
Jennifer Lee.
Where? Oh, there it is. It wasn't popping up. Hi, Jen. So yeah, just madness. It's total madness watching anyone play that fucking game. But I'm gonna try. And see how badly I suck, because that's what's gonna occur.
Parents are willing to charge or pay $20 an hour for their tutors.
I mean, it's better than, you got some of the individuals who, go play games and forget they have children. Like that couple in China over the WoW game.
I think it was Korea.
Korea?
Yes.
Okay. But yes, either way, yeah, don't do that. That's ridiculous stuff. I don't know, you might be really happy with random names, or just like, these are names that you wanted, possibly. I don't know, I'm out of, like, really good excuses. I don't think I had anything to start with. But we will have awesome things to help people continue. I just thought this was an awesome piece of science news. Recently, a union of scientists developed a strain of genetically modified rice. Yes, I know, GMOs. But surprise, surprise, everything we eat has a GMO in it.
GMR.
Yeah. Oh, genetically modified rice that, when ground up and then made into a paste, can actually help neutralize HIV, which is fantastic considering there are 39 million people in the world with it. That's intense. I think we talked about it like 2 or 3 weeks ago. that there's actually one person that has been cured of HIV at this point.
Magic Johnson?
Not Magic Johnson. He's... No.
I thought he was.
No. He still has it.
I thought he got cured of it and then he immediately got it back. Like, because he slept with the wrong person.
No, I don't think that was him. It was actually one of those things that it wasn't he. The person that got healed, it was in a scientific facility, and it was a random person doing one of those random tests. So, where you get paid like $50 and they start pumping you full of drugs to figure out how to fix humans. One of those. Which is amazing to me that people do that. God,
Hey,
I don't think I could just go somewhere and just have someone put drugs into me.
People sell their bodies, man.
Oh, I know. So, but power to them. I mean, fuck, we obviously need it. So, thank you, random human who is helping progress science. But yes, that was just some cool little stuff right there.
Sean says the cure for AIDS is money. Lots of it.
Always. Cure cancer with money. Or AIDS, not cancer. They're very different things. So, wait, did my feed stop updating? It did! Son of a bitch. Hold on. And... Oh, I don't want to hear myself. Wait, how do you mute yourself? Can you just mute yourself?
No, I just put volume all the way down.
Shit! Wait, quiet mode on. Nope, quiet mode off. I need to see chat. Alright, anyways, I think that went just to you. So, let's move forward.
Yep.
Steam. Some stuff happening with them.
Steam just had a game put up called Abstractism, and it installs like malware. And this malware, what it does is it's for crypto mining. I was like, really? It was like you're somehow, some way, someone devised the plan where you download this game and it helps someone crypto mine.
Which is one, super smart, but two, super fucked up.
Super sleazy.
Yeah. So if you guys don't know what crypto mining is, that's basically how you get crypto coin. Crypto coin being super expensive right now, like Bitcoin, which I think is currently worth $9,000 per coin.
Yeah, it's gone down, but it's still up in the thousands.
Oh, yeah. I currently own 10 cents worth of crypto coin currency. I'm super cool. I got a Doge coin, too.
A Doge.
So, but yeah, so a game called Abstractism, which I don't think is on the Steam game anymore. No, sorry, it still is. But it got pulled because they're trying to get it pulled because right now, yeah, it drops the malware on there, and then it's just using your internet and your computer, burning it up, trying to mine out for cryptocurrency. Now, this isn't something new. I mean, this has happened before, and
it's pulled.
Yeah. Okay, cool. So it has been completely pulled at this point, which is awesome because this is not the first time it's happened on Steam either. And I mean, companies do this, not unbeknownst to their users. Like there are scientific communities that will rent your computer out if you leave it on during the day, and they will pay you to basically allow your computer to run their mathematical algorithms all day. And then they just use this big network of computers and all of them run together, which is super cool. But, yeah, I mean, it definitely leads the way to some intense bad stuff that could happen. So, I don't know. I like it. What is this?
I was trying to find the thing that they use, the scientists use for, like,
oh, it is a specific scientific community. You have to find it. Shit. I don't know, I looked into it for a while. At the time, my computer wasn't strong enough, so I couldn't do it. Which was sad, but, that's how it goes. Daniel says, I remember when the PS3 came out and they used that power to supercomputer calculations. Oh yeah, didn't someone have like a whole wall of them and they were doing some crazy stuff like that? I'm not talking about like Chappie. Like this had actually occurred prior to. Yeah, no, someone had used a whole bunch of PS3s to get a mass amount of like brain power out of a computer. I mean, which is cool. It's, I don't know. I'd love to try. That's basically what it comes down to. I want to try that. Because it's no different from general crypto mining, where you get a whole bunch of graphical processors and they just run through the algorithms to try to pull it out of the internet.
Yeah, but people have to buy it on their own.
Yeah.
Like that stuff. But now you're using like other people who buy this game, or who would if they didn't have it.
Yep.
SETI. SETI?
SETI? Where do you see that?
SETI.
SETI. Search for extraterrestrial intelligence scans the sky. That may be one of them. There are a few. So, but yeah, I mean, if you're ever interested and you'd like to help the scientific community, you can just drop that, and then you'll definitely have to do a little bit of research, figure out which one you want to help with. So, but it is cool that you can do that. Sean says the United States Air Force used PS3s for computing.
They did.
I did not know that.
They did.
That's pretty damn cool. I'll need to look into that one a little bit more. I want to find out more
Was I gonna
about
have
that.
it after you're done?
No, man. I can only imagine after they're done with that how burnt out that dang computer is. I mean, it's one of those things. It probably is like the quantum computing.
Yes.
Oh, nice. Sean totally tagged the link, so you guys should check that out.
Yeah, I remember when that happened.
Yeah. What was I saying? Oh, the quantum computing, where like it's the new type of computing system, but it functions so fast and so aggressively that it just burns through a system. It's like super important information right now, and then
they
it's
can't
dead.
keep it cool, or is it just like the motherboard and like
Everything fries itself.
Interesting.
I think as of recently they've fixed it so it doesn't do it immediately, but it's got more computing power in that half a second than most computers do in a whole year. So we had talked about it. It was something insane.
I think like quantum computers could only exist in like the cold depths of space, of the sea, or in space.
Oh, not even that, dude. These are nitrogen cooled. Yeah, it's intense. It's super intense, but badass. I mean,
we have to invent like something beyond nanotechnology, like zenith technology, where it's like smaller than.
Yeah. I like the mouthfeel of this beer. It's apricot-y. So yes. Anyways, what are we talking about? Oh, speaking of PS3s, that's rather convenient. The PS4 recently passed 82 million consoles sold.
Mm-hmm.
Holy shit!
That's a huge benchmark.
It really is. It's just well earned. Don't get me wrong. I mean, the PlayStation is reliable, solid system.
Mm-hmm. And it is a hell of a lot easier for developers to make games on PS4 than it was PS3. Because I remember developers talking, it's like it's so hard to design a game around the PS3 system because there were so many like firewalls and stuff, and it was not developer friendly. PS4, however, very different.
It is. Yes. I mean, what does Xbox have anything on PS4 aside from Halo?
Exclusive wise, not really. No.
Yeah.
If it is, it's a timed exclusive, and
and it eventually comes out for everything.
Could be 6 months later or a year later, but it ends up on all consoles.
Yeah. I gotta wonder how long Destiny would have lasted.
PlayStation is the only one holding out on crossplay. But like the CEO and board members, like, why would we want to have crossplay so other people who don't have our system can play together?
Mm-hmm.
It's like they can do that because they are the head honchos of this generation.
Yeah, they can. I mean, there's no doubt about that. The thing too is that Microsoft's all like, we do crossplay, and it's like, you do crossplay between platforms you own. That's not really crossplay in all consideration. I just want to throw that out there. Daniel says, I just wish the PS4 Pro had a 4K Blu-ray player and did more 4K gaming like the Xbox One X. So from what I understand of the Xbox One X, it pumps out 4K gaming, but at at less than a 30 frame game rate sometimes. so it doesn't maintain. Whereas PlayStation, I think, maintains a 60 FPS.
I'm unfamiliar with that.
I need to look that up.
For a lot
I'm
of
sure
PS4 games, I thought it was like, if it was doing 4K, it was locked at 30 or sub.
it was just, but it is one of those things that I know someone's gonna need to look it up. That there is a higher average frame rate pushed out of PlayStation than there is regular from Xbox, which sucks. But I mean, it's just how it goes sometimes. I mean, don't get me wrong, I still want an Xbox.
I do too. I haven't. I rarely turn it on. Like, my PS4 is my main.
Mm-hmm.
It's like I got it because my other friends said, it's like, oh dude, you should get it, and I got it, and I've hardly turned it on.
Yep.
I use the batteries for my Bose remote.
Yeah, no doubt. What's up, Daniel? Or other Daniel? Daniel says there aren't any non-first-party exclusive games on the Xbox One Plus. But a game on Xbone. Oh, let's just scroll down so it's on here. Plus a game on Xbone, you get it on Windows 10. Yeah.
Yeah, and then he says, like, same. My Xbox hasn't been turned on in forever. See, if you have two systems, you'll obviously favor one over the other.
Yeah.
And, like, I just have it installed. I just got PlayStation VR, which I'm fucking losing hours and hours in a single game. It's like, it turns out I can get motion sick, but only if it's, like, someone filmed it and, like, the camera shakes. And you're not shaking, so, like, if you're doing the motions, if I'm doing the motions in it and it's copying me, I don't get motion sick. But if it's just a camera that, like, shakes a little bit and you're not moving, I'm just like, whoa.
Well, it was
no.
Cloverfield kind of messed with me in that same scenario. Did you ever see that one? The whole damn movie was done in shaky
camera. I was like, why? Why is this? It would be a nice movie.
It made me nauseous. Daniel says Xbox has a much stronger community than PlayStation, which is very true.
Yep. Which came from their 360.
Yeah.
Like, 360 had a solid lineup.
It really did.
Yeah, it had so many exclusives, but I don't know why Xbox or Microsoft decided to, like, shy away from that. Or
something happened.
Decision.
Something happened because the 360, it was a massive community. I had all kinds of friends on it all the friggin' time, but it was just, I don't know. They
didn't carry over.
It didn't.
For some weird reason. I don't know why.
I mean, almost everyone I know that had the 360 moved on to PS4. They didn't go stay in the Xbox line. Which, I mean, I'll jump consoles, no problem. I was PS2, then I went to Xbox 360, and then I went to PlayStation 4.
I was PS2, PS3. I didn't have the Xbox, and then I got a no, I got the Xbox 360, and I got the PS4, and then I got the Xbox One.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just like, if you have a game that is, like, worth buying a system for, I'll probably end up getting that system.
Yeah.
And, like, it'll be, eventually I will have a Switch.
Oh, dude, I want a Switch so bad. So bad. We're going to call you Double D, Daniel Duran. Double D now. Double D says, aside from Overwatch, I don't really play online, so that's a non-issue for me. But for those who do, I get it. Which is, I mean, true. It's just... Yeah. I was playing on it all the time. And not to mention, you actually seem to have... You can build friendships, internet friendships, but friendships nonetheless on Xbox Live. That was my experience with it. But PlayStation,
it's dead silent.
Yeah, you get them, and then
it's like, you got a mic. It's like, hello.
Anyone there?
It's
Anyone?
Like, no one has a mic on.
It's sad. It's so sad.
Daniel says the Switch is awesome, which I am inclined to agree, because my roommates have it, Kristen and Mike. I was like, oh, I just played this game. I was like, oh, this is actually not so bad.
Mm-hmm. Well, and I had gotten to try that too. Was they had Breath of the Wild on their little Switch when I was there at the house, and I was like, I wanted a Switch. Now I desperately want a Switch. I'm having to trade stuff out. I'm like, shit. And I can't go blowing money on random stuff. I got the wedding coming up. It's just life.
You just got your radiator.
Yeah, I just got my radiator. And that camera is way more important than a Switch.
Yeah, you got stuff. Feel free to take the GoPro with you.
Oh, yeah. 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 Yeah.
And you'll have to look up the settings and, like, figure out what... Because I think I have it 720, but, like, at 60 frames. Because I think if you go to 1080, it drops to 30.
Yeah.
So, you'll have to look it up.
I'm still 720. You can get a lot out of that.
Yeah.
Daniel says, Double D. No, Daniel. Regular Daniel. Sorry. Says, for sure, I literally play Titanfall or Fortnite every night. If you want to check him out, he's at Enter Dreams on Xbox One. Titanfall.
Titanfall 2 or just Titanfall?
I would assume 2. Titanfall doesn't have anyone in it anymore. At least on PC, which is...
4 players at one time. I was like,
yeah, that's some rough stuff. I would assume Titanfall 2. I just haven't heard much about it.
It's so crazy, though. It's like... That goes to show, like, if you don't have any lore, no one's going to give a shit about your game. Because all Overwatch is just online gaming.
Oh, yeah.
But they have so many, like, they got the comics, they got the shorts, they have, I don't know, just descriptions of when you're looking at the characters, like, in different uniforms, different costumes. You're just like, oh, shit, nice. They just have those little tidbits, like Titanfall, like, same thing like with Evolve. It was just online. It was like, yeah, you can go online with it. It's like, you don't really care unless you have your dedicated group of friends that just love that game, which is, if you like Evolve, that's fine.
I could not get into that damn game. I tried so hard. I put in like a solid week, like 2 to 3 hours a night. I was like, I'm gonna like this. I will like this game. I never liked it. It was so boring, and everything was so choppy. It wasn't a fluid game. So that was just the nature of it.
I don't know. I've never tried it. I just saw it and I was like, it doesn't have the legs. It's like, JP, you should get involved with us. And I was like,
yeah.
But like ever since like No Man's Sky, which No Man's Sky did have an update, like No Man's Sky Next, because they released on Xbox, and I was just like, you gonna play it? And I was like, I actually own it still because I bought it digitally like an idiot. Because I followed the hype and it's like, oh yeah, and like Hello Games is gonna be launching this thing. It's gonna be so massive, and like you get to discover stuff, and like you might find a planet that your friend discovered, and it's like, oh, it's Dick Butt Cat. It's like, that's weird, named by your friend, but
yeah.
It was nothing like that. 2 years later, I'm assuming that the game is better, but Hello Games has already burned me. It's like, I understand like everything that they're doling out is free now, but I don't trust Hello Games anymore.
Well,
like,
the problem even so was that there was a lot of stuff to check out, but there was too much stuff to check out.
There was a lot of micromanaging, more so than like if you were in like, if you chose like hardcore survival mode, I can understand the micromanaging of your oxygen, of this and that. But I didn't want that. I wanted like a light game where I can just explore a fucking planet.
Yeah.
And it was like, my fuel for my spacecraft is gone, so I have to go mine some carbon. And then the fucking Sentinels are there. It's like, what the fuck do they serve in the game other than to annoy you? Because when the Sentinels are there, you can't mine, you can't do anything until they scan you and leave. So it's like, most people, they're just like, oh, I'm just gonna hop on my ship and fly to a planet that doesn't have Sentinels.
I killed them.
Yeah, I know you can kill them, but I was
That's
like,
all I did.
I wanted to fucking explore. It's like the finding the runes and like learning a language, and I'm like, oh man, this is pretty cool. But then there's like Sentinels, and I was like,
yeah.
Why?
Yeah, no, I completely understand. Daniel says most underrated game, Evolve, I assume. $40 total, free DLC made by Respawn, aka OG Infinity War. Dope. So, I mean, I tried so hard. But Daniel says, I've heard that No Man's Sky update is what they promised, and that from what the original promise is now in the game.
But it's 2 years too late for me. I mean,
really
other people
is.
like, yes, if it'll be high def Minecraft for them, But I was just like, I was already looking for that, and I was like, there are plenty of other games to play that are coming out that if they didn't meet the mark, they fucking didn't meet the mark.
Yeah. My guess is that they probably were running out of money, and they just needed to be like, fuck it, do it, we're going right now. We like this because we four can find each other all the time real easily in this game, so it's not hard for us. But
I mean, most online games, you keep playing them because of your friends. It's like, it's not so much the story and stuff because of Mike and Kristen. They were playing Destiny 2 because the summer solstice event is happening. I was like, what the fuck are you guys doing? It's like, oh, we're getting to 340 light level. It's like, alright. Is it weird?
What I think I made it to 80 light level, and then I put the game down.
I feel bad because like I got that game as a gift, and with the DLC, I haven't touched the DLC at all. Truth be told, I was all
that's just
excited
it's the nature of the game. I mean,
and then it's a 3-month thing where you're just like you have to. I got through all the content, and then I waited 2 more months, and then I was like, there are other games to play for me. So I went back to Warframe. It's my thing that I keep going back to because it's Warframe. I have 1,200 hours in it. So
mine is Overwatch. Overwatch, and then whenever new Call of Duty comes out, I pump in a stupid amount of hours into
Assassin's Creed as well.
Assassin's Creed has so much time in it that I don't think it's on the same level as anything else. I've put way too much time into those games.
Good night, Daniel Evans.
Good night, sir.
Thanks for dropping by.
Yes. Yeah.
But it's good, and I like the Assassin's Creed, but I got burned out because it was like I was still playing, but I didn't have the urgency to like finish it. It was just like another game came out, and I was like, back. I was just like, I was working or I was working out, and I'm just like I don't have time to finish this, and the backlog of Assassins like started building, and I was like, back. Yeah. It's like I couldn't do it. It was a yearly thing. I was like, guys, just do every 2 years, make it fucking good, and I like release DLC for the one that you come out with, so they're just like interest. But
I mean, it's one of those things for me. It was coming out yearly, and I had to stop myself from beating it within the first month. I have that urgency for those games, though. So I mean, that's my thing, sneaky killing, assassinations, and
no, but if those Assassin's Creed games, they're so intriguing to me that I 100% the games. So like Assassin's Creed 1, I think I was only like 2 trophies away, because after you get the last trophy, you get like, oh, you get all trophies. Here's the gold. But I was just like, I did that. I did that for Assassin's Creed 2, almost Assassin's Creed Brotherhood, and then Revelations. I got up to like 90%.
Nice.
And then I was just like, I can't do this. It's like it was just like. Then they added multiplayer stuff, and I was like, well, yeah, I'm not gonna do that. That shit's stupid.
I never played any of the multiplayer.
Neither did I. I was like,
I guess not any. I played it for maybe an hour.
I was like, this is dumb.
Yeah, I was like, I have no interest in this at all.
Yeah, and Daniel, I got the Spider-Man PS4 edition. I have it reserved. Yeah. People already have played it, and then they're saying it's like, yeah, Spider-Man, the Amazing Spider-Man is freaking awesome. I was like, how have you played this already?
Twitchers, man.
How have you played
Twitchers. They get everything early.
Yeah, see, Daniel says he's 2 Assassin's Creed games behind. It's like, I want to finish them so I can know what happens in them.
I finish them and do about a month or 2 if I focus only on that. I don't know. I play a pretty good round of games, but I don't know. I do get drawn back to Assassin's Creed a lot.
Because you're a badass fucking assassin.
Fuck yeah. I'm excited for this new one. Odyssey looks like it's going to be epic. So... And I mean, Syndicate, I enjoyed. And I really enjoyed getting to play the female assassin, which was just cool. I think Evie was badass.
It's the first time that's ever happened. Unless you were doing the PS Vita, where you were playing in China. as a female assassin.
The China Wars or something.
Yeah.
I have it on PC. I haven't had a chance
I
to
have it
play
on
that
my
one.
Vita, but I haven't played it either.
I have the China Wars, and I got to play Rogue too, which I have on here as well. But fortunately, those don't.
They're not as long.
They don't tie into like Desmond, like the same the
Yeah,
guy who's in the Animus.
It's a different line.
Yeah. So similar. I mean, it all follows the same path, and you figure out random stuff. So
eventually, we'll get to the future, their present, where it's like we find out why they're diving into the past is like just to find probably Eden.
Well, it is the apples of Eden. I mean, they're trying to find the existence of the past culture.
Yeah,
they do talk about that a lot. In the
because they want to control the present, and their present is like the future. So it's like eventually the games will end up there. I would think, and then it's like, what does it become then? That does it become like Mirror's Edge, where
it's gonna be because like this new one, they not the new one, Origins.
Mm-hmm.
I think I've spent maybe 5 minutes total in the outside world.
Yeah.
They almost have no focus on it at all.
That's weird to me because like I know they're looking for it in their present time.
Mm-hmm.
So that has to do something with the plot there. It's like otherwise then you're just like, hey, this is just a history simulator sort of.
That really is. I mean, Abstergo is selling it as that. So I mean, they're playing into that whole thing, but the 5-minute tidbits that you spend outside of the Animus, you get plenty of story. I mean, it's short, it's sweet, and then you get back into the game.
Okay.
I mean, because even in Revelations...
Hello, Casey.
Ultimately... Hi, Casey. Even in Revelations, ultimately, you do spend a lot of time... You actually spend some time out of game.
Mm-hmm.
But even at that point, after I find out all the stuff that happens...
Because you can use your Eagle Vision.
Main characters die.
You're just like, Eagle Vision. It's
yeah.
like, oh, I can see stuff right in this room. I was like, what the fuck? That blew my mind. I was like, fuck yeah, dude.
Oh, fuck yeah.
As soon as like, Ezio learned Eagle Vision, like you had it, like, oh, just looking around your room, it's like, oh, wait, you're a Templar? No, you're an assassin. What?
Yeah.
It's like,
yeah. I mean, I like Origins in the fact that Eagle Vision isn't as simplified. Because, I mean, all the old games, you can just, like, poof, and it does the thingy, and then like, you can see everyone around you.
Highlights this place.
It's like, here's all the bad people all over the place. Super easy to find. This new one makes it more of a challenge because, you go up in your Eagle, and you still can connect with the Eagle, and you can spot and tag bad guys. But you can't tag them all. You still miss some. So you'll go walking around the corner, and it's like, ah! And I'm like, fuck!
It's like the ability from Game of Thrones, where you're just like, yes, I can see through an eagle's eyes. That's totally an acceptable skill form. I was just like, what?
So.
That kind of threw me out a little bit, but whatever.
That's how it goes.
But that was a lot of slicking.
Yes.
We be slicking!
But yeah, so awesome, cool stuff. We always like to make sure we tell you guys about one of our awesome co-hosts, that's Shell. She does her cool cosplay, Shell Shock cosplay, and she also is part of a sword and a sword equestrian jousting group where they do big, awesome shows, much like the Ren Fair. And you guys can go check them out. They look fantastic.
Yeah, they do. All their armor looks nice and worn, and it looks like it doesn't look new. It looks like it's been through some shit.
Yeah, it's on point, man. So I suggest you guys check that out. You can follow up at Knights Tempest on Facebook and Instagram at Knights of the Tempest, Twitter at Knights Tempest, and their website knightsofthetempest.com. They had just a recent show
where they did
2 weeks ago.
Chapter 3.
Chapter 3, so Chapter 4, I assume, is coming up.
Probably.
I think she said it was 4. Maybe it's just 3. No, there was just 3. So there might be a new story starting.
New story starting probably next month.
Yeah, so you can check that out. Alright. Coming up next, Slick Tube.
Tube Slickers!
So I have a bone to pick. So I was recently on Cinema Blend, and generally they have a good slew of information and stuff that you can go check out. But I saw the most ridiculous title on a fucking thing, and it annoyed me. Because
what
it
title
said,
might that be?
why is Halloween going to be R-rated? Because it's a fucking horror movie, and it's fucking Halloween.
Have the other Halloweens not been R-rated?
As far as I know, every Halloween has always been R-rated.
So what the fuck is
It's
the
a
complaint?
horror movie.
I don't understand it.
At the very minimum, all horror should be PG-13.
There's
The
gonna
very fucking minimum.
there's gonna be boobs. There's gonna
Yes.
be swearing.
Yes.
There's gonna be blood.
Yes.
Gratuitous blood.
Yes.
Rated R.
Yes.
And like most horror films, of like if you restrict yourself to like PG-13 or even PG,
You end up
you
with
could
scary
only do
movie.
that so far. Like PG-13, like I think you're allowed one swear,
Yeah.
and then you're just like if you say shit, it's like it's PG-13, and you can't go beyond that. It's like
Yeah,
you
I
can't
said fuck twice in a sentence 3 times now. We're rated R.
Yep. It's very weird to me. Is like that you would want to constrict Halloween to anything less than. And like honestly, I think like some movies should be what is it?
NC-17.
NC-17.
I think
But
that would
like
be
there's
more
a
than
lot of
fitting.
theaters that won't play NC-17.
It's because the immediate
Films,
stigma
it's like-
is, it's
porn.
porn, yeah.
I was just like, it's porn. I was like, no, it's fucking not bound by what Hollywood deems as like this.
And it really is a Hollywood deemed thing. It's specifically set up so that only certain movies can become popular. Daniel says, maybe I should make a video called Why is Water Wet?
I'd watch it.
Magnets, how do those work? Miracles! It's just so stupid. It's frustrating. I mean, and then, so I understand the one idiot that was like, we should try to reach a bigger crowd. We should dumb down the horror a little bit so that we can get the younger people in there. And then everyone who actually watches fucking horror movies is like, don't fucking do that. Stop ruining our shit. I mean, not to mention this has Jamie Lee Curtis. So it is tied into the originals. Mm-hmm. The originals are R. You don't step down your game when you're functioning with original characters.
Yeah. Just like how Fox found out, like with Wolverine, we can do Wolverine and Deadpool. Mm-hmm. We can do rated R movies. I'm just like, and they do well if they're written well, and it's directed well, and everything else is like, as long as it's a fucking good movie, people will watch it regardless of the rating.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, there's stuff that you can get. How is Insidious considered PG-13?
Is Split?
Yeah.
Wow.
When have they seen
Well, it's
PG-13?
suspense thriller.
A Quiet Place. Okay, so here's the thing. Looking at these, I was unaware that some of these were PG-13. I would think they were more R. I would never want my 13-year-old to go see A Quiet Place. At least not in a theater by themselves. It's kind of mentally fuckled.
Yeah, but there's no swearing in it, or it's crazy sexy.
I don't know. It's just stupid. I guess I really need to look, but I would think as a parent, I would personally want to be there if we we're going to go see Insidious or A Quiet Place. I wouldn't be good with like a group of friends being 13 going into theater to watch that movie, because they're going to be unsettled. They're not going to really be able to talk to
It's like, hey,
adults about it.
Dad, can I sleep in your bed tonight? I was like, yes.
Yeah,
Why?
I mean,
what movie? See,
like my parents let me watch some messed up horror movies growing up, but it was always when they were around. I mean, that was generally just how it worked. I've always been a fan of horror. My family has always watched horror. Well, my mom more specifically.
Mm.
But, they were always around, so they could watch it, and then if I got freaked out or something, I could talk about it. I never really needed to, but at least they understood the necessity for that.
Dude, Hellraiser scared the shit out of me when I was a kid.
Which is perfectly fair.
I was just like, oh my god.
Yeah. So, I don't know. But there are more specific movies, especially like this one. Halloween is rated R, and it should be nothing but rated R.
Mm-hmm.
It is a gratuitous horror movie.
Even the last one, the Rob Zombie, was rated R. And I was like, how are you going to step down from Rob Zombie's Halloween? I was like, are you freaking kidding me?
The kid had severed cat heads in a backpack. Yeah. You've stepped up your game. I guess the other thing, too, is that me and Hannah have been going to horror film festivals for the last 7 years.
Like Telluride, yeah.
Telluride and Denver. And so I have an expected level of horror. Now, I've seen some really messed up stuff at those, but I understand the difference between what would be
horror and disturbing.
Yeah. So, I mean, there's horror and then there's disturbing that really shouldn't be in a normal theater because they really wouldn't be able to make any money because no one would be like, well, we need to go see that.
Oh, dear God.
Yeah.
What are we watching?
So, I don't know. It's infuriating. Stupidity. But I hope this next thing isn't stupid because I want it to be great.
It's going to be 8 episodes at least.
Yeah. So, The Sandlot is... Wait, no, not Castlevania. You're jumping ahead. I was like, episodes. Wait. No, Sandlot. Sandlot is getting a prequel.
After movies Sandlot 2 and Sandlot 3, which I didn't know existed.
Yeah. So, JP told me that earlier. My first thought was like, is it just going to be porn about how their parents made them?
Yeah, that's what I thought, because they're fucking in grade school. I was like, how far can you go?
It's going to solely be about the Beast.
Well, we don't even know if that's true.
And it's going to be about how the black dude in it. Oh shit, what's his name? That's how Darth Vader ended up taking a baseball to the
James
head.
Earl Jones.
Yes, thank you. Took a baseball to the head and just couldn't play anymore.
I don't know.
It's an unnecessary thing.
I don't understand.
Not to mention, it's when you watch Sandlot, there's specific characters. I mean, unless it's a completely different group of people, like maybe how the lot originally came to be.
The unfortunate downside of prequels is that you're bound by what happens in the movies later. Mm-hmm. So it's just like, why? Yeah. I don't understand it.
You play a dangerous game with prequels. I mean, as we saw with Star Wars,
Jar Jar Binks.
That is such a split community. And it's not like a lightly split community. It is a pretty aggressively split community. It's either you like them or people want to punch you in the face. That's kind of what... That seems to be the general reaction about the movies. Not as a whole, but each one. So, I don't know. It's a dangerous game with prequels, especially ones like this that are cult classics. Mm-hmm. Daniel says that is unnecessary and fucking... That is unnecessary and fucking unnecessary. This is beyond that.
Yeah, there are two... Daniel went 3 levels beyond unnecessary.
I mean, and he's right. It's totally fucking stupid.
I don't know where this would end up going.
There's plenty of movies that can have prequels and deserve them. Aliens. There's a lot you didn't know about Aliens. Could deserve a prequel. Halloween. Halloween already has prequels. You don't really need that one. Just as an example. Harry Potter. That is a series completely deserving of prequels. Completely and totally. I know you're not.
I'm not privy.
No.
I'm a muggle.
So, I mean, there's lots of movies they could be doing prequels to that would give us plenty of information, but it's just they need to pick and choose a little fucking better than this. That's all I want. But I know that's asking a lot of Hollywood. I mean, everyone's got a stupid idea, and they just have to know the right fucking person to get their idea out there. But whatever. Anyways, cool stuff, though. Cool stuff. I don't want to pitch anymore. Castlevania 2 trailer has dropped as of last week, and it looks awesome.
It is very well done.
It is.
Just like the first season, it's just...
Did you find out whether it was American made or Korean made?
North Korea.
It's North Korea. North Korea probably can't even afford colored pencils. You went right to release date. Made in Mexico. Wait. I don't know. JP's looking it up. But yeah, no, it looks pretty awesome. It definitely... The cool thing about it, like we said last time, it's going to focus on... It's going to be 8 episodes. I think we said that last time.
Double what there was before.
Yeah, so instead of watching it in, 2 hours... I think they're 45-minute episodes, but still, you can actually make it last a whole day if you include pooping and eating, unless you just take it to the bathroom. I don't know. You could probably rock through it pretty fast. I can knock through a season of The Office in a day. Yeah. So I just think it looks super awesome. I'm so excited. October 26th is so far away, so far away. I'm going to be a married man by that time, which is cool. I basically already am. I know. Shut up. But it'll be through American law. I'm excited, though. It's going to be fun. Does this say where it came from? No. Germany? Release dates? Fuck. I don't know. Is... Castlevania American. Castlevania is an American adult animated web television series.
Who is the art done by? Because Family Guy is American made, but the art is done by South Korea.
It is the nation of Wallachia. Says plan full premise, voice cast, production, produced by an anime film distribution. Production companies: Powerhouse Studios, Texas, and Furter Studios, which is another American one. Yeah, it is
American made.
American made.
Waname.
Yeah, it's Waname. And it's still based on a video game that was Japanese, so it's a nice Japan Waname. Japan. We're going with that. Dana says, also, I hope this opens the door to other Castlevanias, which would be totally awesome.
Nope, Symphony of the Night.
Yes. Castlevania was one of my favorite games to play on my Game Boy. Solidly. And I think I was even playing it last year. Yeah, that's right. I still got my Game Boy. I have my original.
SP? Or,
I have my original Game Boy.
Ugh.
Yeah. I don't really play on that one, but I do have my Game Boy Color that I played on. The only reason I don't play it on the original...
That was your chair.
Okay. The only reason I don't play it on the original is the screen is starting to get a little dim. Can't quite see everything anymore. You crank it up all the way, and it usually goes almost kind of black. You can't see anything. If you crank it up all the way, it's still kind of dim. It's ooh, there's small capacitors on here I should replace.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, that would be absolutely fantastic. I would totally be down for that. Sorry, my chair just sounds like someone yelling at us from outside or something. So yeah, that's coming soon. And other things that are coming soon that we have been talking about almost constantly. Shareholders recently voted to approve the Disney purchase of 21st Century Fox.
Yeah, they're holding a vote just to see if they want to acquire Fox. And if they don't vote yes, they're fucking dumb.
Yeah.
Because there's so much clamor, so much news about it. Fuck you, Time Warner, for driving up their price.
Yeah.
They're just we want to buy it. Not really, though.
Oh, no, it's not if they don't vote. They voted to approve.
Oh, they voted?
Yeah, no, this occurred.
It says shareholders vote to approve.
Yeah, I forgot a D.
Well, thanks for that.
But still, you make a solid point. It's dumb that the vote even occurred when you really think about it. Because it's this is a major production company buying a major production company that opens the world to a whole shit ton of Marvel stuff.
Crossovers and...
Yeah. I saw a weird article earlier that was stating that I saw a weird article earlier stating that it was Well, that's weird. Why would they do that? What is
Okay,
this?
it was Comcast.
It was Comcast? Who was Comcast?
Who's trying to buy out?
Oh, Comcast was the other one that was trying to.
Yeah, Time Warner is someone is the other half of the state.
Yeah,
The
Time Warner was
country.
bought by AT&T. No, yeah. But my point was, yeah, it's just that if Disney... if those two didn't get together, it would be just stupid. Super stupid. Comcast was trying to buy them out, but Disney outbid them by, I think, like $10 million. But it still had to go through the board's approval, which, I mean, it's understandable. That's what companies do. That's how you keep it democratic in a company. But, you know, I mean, do as you will. So, just cool stuff. I'm excited for what's coming down the pipeline. Not everyone is. I see plenty of people that seem to be afraid that Disney is taking over all media. But I'm not really unhappy with anything Disney does. So, fuck it. I mean, until they've proven me otherwise. Don't get me wrong. Not everything is great. High School Musical sucks. But there's a lot of people who like it. I just don't.
I haven't seen it.
I've seen half of the first one. I was like, done with this. This is not Disney. This is just lame. It's not like Smart House. But anyways, so yes, so that's pretty cool. But our last bit of news is Craft Brew
In review.
So we drank from Fieldhouse Brewing in an old can, apparently. Sticky Paws Honey Wheat. So yes, this is delicious.
Mine's gone. I had to pace it.
I want Hannah to try some. It's the flavors for me. It has an excellent mouthfeel, like I said, but it's very apricot. So somehow the honey wheat works together to taste like apricot on my palate. And it's just, I don't know, it's a solid taste. It's got a little bit of hoppiness to it, but it's not overwhelming. It carries the rest of the flavors.
The carbonation is pretty light on it, this one.
So yeah, no, I this is a solid beer. It's very tasty. It was a good pick. So I think for this one, I'm gonna go for 4. I'm gonna go for 4.
That's what I went with.
So yes, so pretty damn good score. So that's a 4 from us for Fieldhouse Brews Sticky Paws Honey Wheat. If you guys are wondering why we're scoring it, it's because we post all our beers on Untappd. That's UNTAPPD. That is a website and app where you can score your beers and share your beers with others. So, and find out great beers to burp. So we keep all ours posted on there, so you guys can be interested and be like, oh, that's what they drink. Fair enough. Gotta take a picture. Swipe up. Swipity swipe. Slow, square. Is that what you're going for? I agree. Bam! So, yes. But anyways, guys, yeah. So follow us on there. We're at SLYK Radio. JP is on there as
J Pizzletron.
and Shell is on there at Shell Shop Cosplay. So yes, so Danny was talking a little bit while we're doing that. In reference to Disney, says there are some bad points, like the layoffs. There was some 10,000 layoffs, which does happen, but that doesn't mean that those weren't 10,000 lame, pathetic employees. These are massive companies.
Cutting the fat.
So they might just be cutting the fat, which could lead the way to better hires. As someone who now is in an environment that heavily relies on the people around me, I understand why you trim the fat. I mean, we've gone through our fair share of folk, and it's because they just weren't up to snuff. I mean, you really got to put in your time and be willing to put in
The effort.
and the extra time. It's not about doing what your boss tells you to. It's about doing what your boss tells you to and then expecting everything else that they might need. And then just going above and beyond. Do small stuff that helps people around you. Just put your effort into the game because it's worth it. It'll benefit you in the long run.
If you micromanage yourself, it turns out you won't be micromanaged yourself.
Yes. That's solid advice. So yeah, put your effort into it. So, and Daniel says the whole "we have no plans for a Fantastic Four and X-Men in the MCU." Sure, keep telling yourself that.
Yeah,
There's
because
no way
the
that's
Fantastic Four is not like in a lot of the stories that cross over. Like Reed Richards is at the center of it.
Mm-hmm. Yes, he is. I mean, and not to mention, X-Men is in Infinity Wars. They are in Infinity Wars. Thanos kills Wolverine. Just want to point that out, like I do every time.
Scarlet Witch.
So, yeah, just keep that in mind. So yeah, where we at? Oh, that's it for the show.
Yep.
What do you know?
Look at that.
Thanks for listening. Don't forget we put out new episodes every Thursday at 9:30 Mountain Standard Time right here on Spreaker and Facebook at SLYK Radio.
Have any empty space on your iPhone or Android phone and dying to fill up? Download the Spreaker app and subscribe to our podcast or stream us on Smart Radio. New shows every Thursday.
So Like You Know is not responsible for anything ever.
Produced by Slick Solutions somewhere in Colorado.
And So Like You Know is completely weightless.
Like your opinion.
Just kidding.
We care.
But your government doesn't.
Don't you forget it.
We love you guys. Have a fantastic evening. And mash that love button. It helps us out a lot. It really does. We got metrics we try to follow.
Good night,
but you know what,
Daniel.
guys? We love you. Have a fantastic evening. See you next Thursday. Bye-bye.
Bye, guys.